Hi, this is your cup of coffee for your morning or your afternoon whenever you need that little bit of energy to get you going and moving and ready to take on the rest of your day. We'll be using the Spotify playlist Jam Flow, and we're actually going to start it now. And you can turn it down and then turn it up, but so you can hear it as you start to get moving. So bring yourself to your back. And then bring the heels of the hands on the tops of the thighs. So you're going to press the heels of the hands into the thighs. Feel that sense of lengthening from your ribs to your pelvis, and then lift up. So you're in a low bridge here. Think about your sits bones reaching towards your knees. To establish that neutral, reach the hands up to the sky. Pull back on your right fingers. You can leave it there or reach up and overhead. We're going to start pulsing the hips a little bit, so lower them about an inch or two and then back up. Just getting those glutes firing. They're big movers. They should work for us. Reach the hands to the sky and we'll switch. Spread your left fingers wide, pull back on those fingers using your right hand. Leave it there or reach up and overhead. So already feeling that intensity happen in the muscles in the backs of the legs and the glutes. If you feel more in the legs, you can adjust where your feet are. That can change it, or really just think about the glutes working. Reach back to the sky, and then you can roll through the wrist if you'd like to, each direction as you bring it down. Lower your hips all the way down, hands come behind the head, elbows reach up to the sky, and then bring your knees up and over your hips. Knees directly over the hips, knees are bent. Take a breath in, exhale, and lift your shoulder blades off your mat. Try and think about your hip bones drawing towards one another, your front ribs pulling in. And then we're going to extend the right leg towards the sky. The knee doesn't have to fully extend, but pull your right toes towards you. And then think about rolling the front of your left thigh towards your right thigh. So the left leg is going into internal rotation. And then bring the legs back to neutral, lower down, inhale, exhale, and lift. Left leg extends towards the sky the best you can. You can get a little more for that leg by reaching up through the heel. Internally rotate the right leg. Bring everything back to center, lower down, inhale, exhale, and lift. Right leg reaches, left internally rotates. Take a twist to the right and then reach your left arm past your right thigh. Again, check in with that front body, try and keep it contained. You can isometrically press your left arm and your right leg towards one another. Then bring it back to center, hand behind the head, lower down, inhale, exhale, and lift. Left leg extends, internal rotation on the right. You're keeping your knee over the hip, you're just rolling the front of the thigh in. Twist towards the left and then reach your right arm past your left leg. You can press those towards one another if you'd like. Keep lifting up with the left shoulder blade. Bring it back, hand behind the head, lower down, inhale, exhale, and lift. Extend your right leg, and then we're going to extend the left leg. And it can just come slightly ahead of the right or a little bit lower, whatever's for you. And then roll it in, so it's going into internal rotation. Twist to the right, reach your left arm. Then you can let your right leg cross over the left and left under the right if you want a little bit more. And then bring it back to center, legs to neutral, inhale to lower, exhale and lift. Left leg extends, right leg extends to any degree that you'd like, then roll it into internal rotation, just the right leg. Twist to the left, reach your right arm, let the legs cross over one another. Check in with that front body, check in with the left shoulder blade. Can you lift it a bit more? Reach. And then bring it back to center, lower down. We're gonna pull the knees in. You can rock forward and back or roll to your side to come forward. And we're going to come forward into table. Coming onto the hands and knees, wrist right under the shoulders, knees directly underneath your hips. From here, extend your right leg back, check in with the front body so that you're really lifting up here, and then bend your right knee and roll the right leg into internal rotation. Check in, did you drop the right side? Try to keep it lifted as you find this. And then maybe it crosses behind your left and then back up. So you can cross it a little bit behind and back up, behind and back up. One more time, behind and then back up. Set your right knee down, left knee lifts, internal rotation. Bring it behind and back up. Check in with the front, so we don't want to be moving through the spine as we're asking our hip to move. So think in between your hip bones, try and pick up in that space. So that's your TVA there. Transverse abdominals. Keep the back of the head lifted. And then set your left knee down. From here, lower to the forearms, curl your toes under, and lift up to a bent knee dolphin. If this is too challenging for you, you can always stay on the hands, but bend your knees, like I mentioned, and pull in the front of your body so you're creating length in the back line. Start to lift the heels up here, lifting and lowering. They don't have to lower all the way to the ground each time. Just pulling nicely on the back line, that back fascia. All right, and then lower the knees, and then come up to the hands and step forward to the front of the mat. Ground into your feet. Inhale, reach forward and up to the sky. Exhale, take a lateral stretch left. Inhale to center. Exhale, lateral stretch right. Bring it up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, so bend the knees. Bring the hands down. Step your right foot back, the right knee lowers. Untuck the toes as you reach your arms forward and up to the sky. Sweep your left hand behind you to your low back and pull the front of your belly into that hand. And then bring your right hand behind you to the back of the head. Press into that hand. So this is getting us this feeling of lifting and creating a lot of length in the spine and opening up the front of the body to feel some energy, some upliftedness, which may or may not be a word, but it is today. Bring both hands down, step back in a plank, keep the chest broad as you lower to the ground. Baby cobra or cobra, so pull the hands back towards you as you support your belly and the back with the front of the body. Lower, push into the hands and the feet, down dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, step your right foot forward. The left knee lowers and the top of the foot. Arms reach up first. Sweep the right hand behind you to your sacrum. Pull the belly into that right hand, and then bring the left hand behind the head. Pull back into that hand. Using the hands for feedback, we're pulling to press into those areas to feel the sense of liftedness, of energy. Bring both hands forward, step forward to the front of the mat. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, hinge at the hips. The left foot steps back, keep the toes tucked as the knee lowers, arms reach up. Imagine the hands were behind you and you're pulling into those hands, broaden and lift. Hands come down, step back in a plank, lower the knees, broad chest as you lower. Baby cobra or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath here. Step your left foot forward. The right knee lowers. Inhale, arms reach up. Again, remember that the hands were there. Pull back into those hands. Right glute is firing. Hands come forward, step to the front of the mat. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, hinge at the hips. The right foot steps back, and then we're going to leave the knee lifted this time. Plant your right hand right under your right shoulder. Reach your left arm forward first. Can you reach a little bit more through the left fingers and your right heel? And then turn into that twist. Again, feel that broadening across the chest. You can release your neck here if that is bothering you today. You can let your right ear hang towards your right shoulder. We'll bring the left hand down and turn to the right for a side lunge. Bend into your right knee. The hips go back in space. Turn to the back of the mat from here, so we're on the right leg. Left hand is planted underneath your left shoulder. The right arm reaches past your right ear. Can you reach a little bit more through the right fingers in the left heel? Engage your left glute and then turn, so you're twisting. Reach up to the sky. If you'd like to, release through the neck here. Bring your right hand down, turn to the left, side lunge on the left leg. Sit back into the hips. Turning to the front of the mat, plant your hands, step back into plank, lower, baby cobra or cobra. Supporting with the belly, broad chest, down dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, bend the knees, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Hands plant right under the shoulders, step or hop back into plank, lower, baby cobra or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Lift your left foot high. Lift and lower your right heel. Push off if you'd like to, adding your hop. And we will step or hop your left foot forward. Come up into a crescent lunge this time. Bend your right knee as you need to establish your neutral pelvis. Right glute fires. Reach your right arm forward and the left arm behind you. So you're reaching again, opening this chest, but think about the length. So the glutes on, neutral pelvis, stabilize through the hips. One more inhale. Warrior two from here. So warrior two on your left leg. Open, bend into your left knee as you need. That means that you can back out if you'd like. Reverse your warrior. Left arm reaches to the sky. And warrior variation. So forearm comes down, right arm reaches past your right ear. On your next inhale, we're going to turn to the back of the mat. So lift all the way up, bring the hands down, and lift your left leg. Bend your right knee as you'd like. It's bent somewhat, a lot or a little. Lengthen through that space we mentioned earlier from the pelvis to the ribs. Lengthen through that space we mentioned earlier from the pelvis to the ribs. Think about the back of the head lifting. Then plant the hands, and you might pull the hands towards your right toes if you'd like to. Step your left foot back. The right leg lifts for your three-legged down dog. Lift and lower your left heel. Push off if you'd like to. And then we'll step our right foot forward or hop it forward, crescent lunge. Arms reach up. Remember, established neutral, a long spine. Twist here, right arm reaches back, left arm reaches forward. It doesn't have to be big, it's creating some space. Warrior two, open. Pelvis is level from left to right as the arms spread out wide. Reverse your warrior. Flip the right hand, left hand anywhere on the back leg that you like. Reach up rather than leaning back. Reach to the sky. Warrior variation. Forearm comes down or hand, and the left arm reaches past your left ear. Check in with the front ribs. Can you create and mimic that space we've been finding all along? Heading to the front of the mat, lift up and turn, your right leg lifts. You're in an airplane with the hands on the ground. Bend into the You're in an airplane with the hands on the ground. Bend into your left knee. Heart is pulling forward. Take one more breath here. Keep lifting the back of the head. And then bend the knee, left knee a little bit more, bring the hands down. So bend the left knee as much as you need to. A lot of pull on that leg, a lot of work there. Pull the hands towards your left toes. And then step both feet together. Feet plant, inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Fingertips come down, the right foot steps back, the right hand is down, and the left arm reaches to the sky, so we're in our twist. We're combining these two sequences together. Now look down and ground a little bit more firmly through the feet. We're going to lift up into that twisted crescent. Okay, so slowly lift. Take your time. And then open up to warrior two and reverse your warrior. Warrior variation. Left forearm down, right arm reaches past your right ear. Side lunge. Bring your right hand down, bend into your right knee, left leg straightens. Come to the front of the mat. The hands plant and the right leg lifts. You might choose to lean towards your thumbs and push off. Totally your choice. Otherwise, work on what we did earlier. Bend into the left knee. Pull your hands towards your left toes. Step your right foot back. The left leg lifts for your three-legged down dog. Hop if you'd like to. Left leg, twisted lunge. So the right hand stays down, left arm reaches to the sky. We're going to repeat it. So lift up, twist, warrior two, reverse your warrior. Exhale, warrior variation. Inhale, exhale, side lunge. Front of the mat, standing L, lift the right leg. Push off if you'd like to. Step your right foot back, left leg lifts, three-legged down dog. Step your left foot forward, twisted lunge, inhale. Lift up, reverse your warrior. Warrior variation. Side lunge. Take it at your own pace. Breathe as you need to. Come forward, hands plant, maybe you push off. Right leg lowers, left leg, three-legged down dog. Push if you want to. Step the left foot forward. Last one, twisted lunge. Breathe in, lift up, reverse your warrior, inhale. Exhale, warrior variation. Side lunge from here. Come forward, plant the hands. Lift your right leg, maybe you push off the left. Step your right foot back, left leg lifts. Step it, down dog, shift forward into plank. Lower, baby cobra or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Bend into the knees, come high into the balls of the feet, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Step your left foot back. The left hand stays, right arm reaches forward and then up to the sky. Ground into both feet. Start to lift up slowly first. Bend your back knee as you need to. Then open up to warrior two. Reverse your warrior, lift to the sky. Warrior variation, forearm comes down, left arm sweeps past your left ear. Side lunge, bend into your left knee, the right leg straightens. Front of the mat for your grounded airplane, warrior three. Stay. Maybe you plant the hands and pull the hands towards your right toes. Think broad chest and feel the shoulder blades on your back. And then maybe you lift the right heel. Maybe you push off the ball of the right foot. Step your left foot back. The right leg lifts, three-legged down dog. Lift and lower your left heel, push off if you'd like to. Right leg steps forward. Twisted lunge, right arm to the sky. Take this as slow as you want to. Lift up. Reverse your warrior. Warrior variation. Side lunge. Front of the mat, warrior three, hands plant. Push off if you'd like to. Step your left foot back, the right leg lifts, three-legged down dog. Push if you want. Right foot steps forward. Twisted lunge, left hand is down, right arm is high. Lift up, reverse your warrior. Warrior variation. Side lunge. Breathe in. Front of the mat, hands plant. Push off if you'd like to. Left leg lowers, right leg lifts, our last one. Push off. Right foot steps forward, twisted lunge. Lift up, reverse. Always moving with that core controlled. Forearm down, warrior variation. Side lunge from here. Sit back into the left hip. Come forward to the front of the mat, hands plant, long spine. Push off if you'd like to. Left leg steps back, right leg steps back. Lower slowly. Baby cobra or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Bend the knees, you're high into the balls of the feet. Push, step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, reach forward and up. Arms reach to the sky, interlace the fingers. Press your palms towards the ceiling. Lateral stretch left. Bring it back. Lateral stretch right. And back. Hands come behind you. Interlace the fingers here. Press your elbows back rather than leading with the hands. Elbows reach back. Broaden the chest and think back of the head is pulling back in space. Release the hands. Reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. If you have time to take a Shavasana, please do. Try to make this quick, efficient, so you're ready to move on. I hope you enjoyed your cup of coffee.